Hey, welcome to How To Videos Unlimited. Today I'm going to do another video where I respond to a subscriber's comments. This one was from Javen Ramirez. I apologize if I pronounced your name incorrectly, but his question was, I'm planning on opening up a dealership soon, but everyone has different answers. What is the general markup margin on a used cars, like percentage-wise? On average, what number of cars can you expect to sell on a 40-car dealership monthly? So the reason why he's probably getting a bunch of different answers is because it's a very difficult question to answer because there's so many moving parts to the question. So first off, you would have to, in order to answer that, need to know more information. So it just depends on the state. So for example, to have a 40-car dealership lot in California, you're looking at overhead just on the lot itself to have that type of land in a high visible, high traffic area where you would have people driving by, seeing that you had a used car dealership. You would probably be looking at about $20,000 a month or more in order to carry the lease on renting a property that size. I know, for example, just my local donut store, which is not very big, maybe 400 square feet for a local donut store, a shopping center with, grocery stores. There's other stores in there paying about $3,000 to $4,000 a month just for that tiny little donut store. So imagine a 40 dealer lot. You're going to have a massive area in order to be able to park 40 vehicles. So overhead just on the lot itself, unless you own the land and you're like on a major, street, high visibility, high traffic, where you're getting a lot of, walk-in traffic coming in to buy cars, you're paying a lot. And then also to run a 40 dealer lot, it's not going to be a one-man show. You're going to have a team of sales agents, salespeople working for you to be able to turn over that many cars. So you're going to have a lot of overhead just in salaries, or, if they're strictly working on commissions, that's something that you would have to decide with you and those sales agents, if they're going to work on hourly plus commission, or if it's just straight up commission. It just depends on however you set it up. The overhead, like I said, just on the lot itself. So that's most likely why you're getting that. I would recommend, if you haven't already started, I would first start off with a wholesale license first, unless you've already have experience, maybe a used car dealer, and you want to jump right into retail. You can actually start off in the state of California. I'm not sure what state you are, because that you didn't list that in your question. I'm not sure if you're in California or if you're in Texas or Atlanta or wherever you're at in the US. I would maybe start off with the wholesale license first, just to kind of get the lay of the land. So that way you're getting more acclimated with exactly, all the rules, the paperwork, learning the ins and outs of an actual car auction, learning out different ways on how to get cars for better prices than the actual car auction. Because there are ways to do that. And I've done some other videos that actually shows you on how to do that. But I would highly recommend some type of funnel. If you can actually get a funnel, and I know there are some dealers that actually have a funnel where they have a website that you type in Google. If you were to type in like cash for cars, or we buy junk cars, or I have an old car that I want to get rid of, they pop up in that search engine optimization. They're like one of the first dealerships, or actually companies that pop up. You click on it, you type in the make, the model. They ask a series of questions like how many miles of the odometer, what kind of condition is the vehicle in, what are some of the features that the vehicle has, what color is the car, and then you type in all that information. They're going to give you some lowball offer. A lot of people are just want to get the car out of their driveway. They might take the $600 offer, even though they could probably list it on Craigslist and get more. Maybe they just don't want to deal with the headache of a bunch of random people coming to their house and all that. But there is a way to get funnels of vehicles coming to you without actually having to go out and do a ton of work. Basically, the work's getting done for you with that, the website that you set up. So on average, what number of cars can you expect to sell on a 40-car dealership monthly? And that's the other thing too, is what location are you in? If you're in a small city in Texas, and the average population for the city is, you got 150,000 people, but yet there's 8 other car dealerships or 10 other car dealerships in that small little city, then yeah, it's going to be tough to flip 40 cars on a monthly basis, because the population's already small. There's already a bunch of other competition of dealers that are selling cars as well. So that's also going to play a factor into the question. So that's most likely why you're getting a bunch of different answers. I would rather actually give you just some tidbit of information. Videos a couple videos ago that I posted was, I would highly recommend, if you have never opened up a dealership or don't have any experience, I would start off with the wholesale license first. So with that wholesale license, I would actually team up with those retail dealers and do some type of consignment deal, where then you would actually work out an agreement. Either you can do a flat fee or a commission. So the retail is the one that would sell it to the public for you, because with a wholesale license, you can't sell it directly to the public. You can either sell it back through a car dealer auction, or you can take it to a public auction, but you can't sell directly to a consumer with a wholesale license. You actually have to team up with a retail license holder and arrange that either flat fee or commission. So they're actually the ones that sell the vehicle. They are the ones that do the advertisement. They're the ones that would actually sell it and do all the paperwork. And then, you would have to get the car at obviously a lower amount in order to still make a profit, because the retail dealer is going to want, like I said, either the flat fee that you offer them or the commission off the sale. But that's a good way to learn the business. You're learning how to fill out the forms. And then once you feel comfortable enough, all you do is simply go back to the DMV occupational licensing office and then do some more paperwork. And then you can jump from a wholesale license up to a retail license. And you would obviously have to increase your bond, because you only need a $10,000 bond for a wholesale license. You would need a $50,000 bond for a retail license. And it's not that much more money to get that $50,000 bond. It sounds scary and like, oh my gosh, $50,000. But no, instead of maybe paying $150, you might be paying $550 for the retail. So an extra $400 to increase your bond. And that's what I would recommend. So I apologize. I can't specifically answer that because there's just not enough information to gather. I don't know what state you're in. I don't know, how often people are buying used cars and wherever you live. And then I don't know what the monthly rent on the location. But like I said, out here in California, anywhere in Los Angeles, Orange County, San Francisco, you're looking at $20,000 to $30,000 to be able to rent out or lease a location big enough to have a 40-car lot. So most people usually start off with the minimum two, unless they have investors and you got business partners and you guys are going to dump in a bunch of money to open a 40-car lot. But most people will start off with the minimum 2 parking spaces, because that's all you need in the state of California, is a minimum of 2 parking spaces to start up and get your retail license and an office location. So you can find an office location with 150 square feet. Maybe you're looking at $500 to $600 a month. If you're in a more expensive area like Los Angeles or San Francisco, you might be looking at $800 to $1,200 a month for an office location, plus the 2 parking spots. So that's what I could offer you as far as the advice. But like I said, it's a very tough question to answer, and that's most likely why you got the different answers. But hopefully I did shed some light on my view on how to appropriately answer your questions. So any other questions, send them on in and I'll try to do some reaction videos to it. Definitely hit that like, comment, subscribe. Till the next video, take care.